Good evening. And hello to, where have we put the camera this week? Hello to any from Tuxedo who I wasn't able to reach today because the city of New York has been too good at plowing, plowed my car in, and Old Man Winter froze me in place. So hello, Tuxedo. It is a great pleasure to see you here this evening. I draw your attention to this little booklet, which I've placed in the back of the church. If you read the email announcement, I referred to this period of pre-Lent, Jesumitide, as a period when traditionally the church has examined itself. Shrove Tuesday, Mardi Gras, is a day which wasn't necessarily meant to be a festival. New Orleans has done a good job at turning it around. It was meant to be a day when we finished preparing for confession and then spent 40 days atoning for our sins. And pre-Lent, a period when we examined ourselves. And you can tell by the affect which I'm trying to put forward, I'm not talking about doom and gloom. I'm talking about trying to examine what is actually preventing us from becoming our very best, from becoming what God has created us to be. And in the most traditional way, I offer to you a way to examine yourself. And I suggest you might take it home. We offer a general confession every week in the form of the general confession before communion. When the Anglican Church, the church in England, was making the transition from the old ways to the new ways in the 16th century, the question before Queen Elizabeth was, do we have to make confession to a priest? And she gave a very diplomatic answer. She said, all may, some should, none must. What does that mean? Well, all may. It is part of the Anglican tradition. Some should. Who is that? I should. As a priest who hears confessions, I should make my confession. What should you confess? What we used to call, and still do, mortal sins, the big ones, the 7 deadlies, and they're listed here in bold, the top 7. The things which actually really prevent you from being right with God. These are things which are good to confess to someone. Why to someone else? Not because the priest is God, but because to just call it to your own mind isn't a lot of accountability, is it? But to offer it to somebody else, that takes something. None must, not a requirement. So I offer this to you. There will be opportunities to make what is called auricular confession later in the year. Or if you simply want to make this a very serious confession on the first Sunday of Lent, in part of the liturgy, I invite you to do that. Here's a manual that might help you do it. Refreshments, which I think Dion Montgomery has arranged today. I think she has, because she said, what wine should I bring last night at dinner? And she said, I'm no Randy Taylor. Randy Taylor's a friend of mine, and you, sir, madam, are no Randy Taylor. But she has brought some nice wines from our rack. And I invite you down to the Undercroft afterwards to lighten our load. Our sermon hymn is number 576, the hymn of special affection to all expectant mothers. hymn 576.